She doesn't even go here.
I'm bi, actually.
Excuse me. Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Hi, I'm Kurt Homo, and I'll be auditioning for the role of kicker.
Hello! Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on Not So Straight Nerds Halloween October recap episode. I'm your host, Luke.
Stitch.
And Stitch.
I'm Wednesday, or Alicia.
That's Berlioz, and he really wishes he wasn't here right now.
He's a shark. He just doesn't want to be a shark. He wants peace. He doesn't
does
like
not get
Jaws.
peace.
He's so sad right now. Okay. You don't have to be miserable.
Oh, poor guy. So, like I said, this episode we're going to be recapping October movies and looking forward to what is coming up in November.
Yay.
So, before we get super started on some of the conversations today,
Vibe check.
vibe check.
I feel like I'm not Wednesday Addams. I just said this. I'm like a need in Wednesday's body. If you've seen season 2, then you know what I'm talking about. Because when I went to work today, everybody was being so nice about my outfit, complimenting it, and part of me was like, be in character, say like thanks, but I couldn't. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. I just can't. I can't do it. I'm like, I have to be so nice. But it is fun to dress up. I did hairspray. I'm getting hairspray everywhere. The side of my neck is like staining black right now. So that's really fun. Also, my white collar, or whatever you want to call it, part of this outfit.
It is getting faded.
Yeah. So that's going to be really fun. But it's okay because I've worn it all day and I've gotten compliments and it hasn't been itchy or hot or cold. Like, it's been perfect.
Fair.
So, yeah. And now I'm here.
And now I'm bashful.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm vibing. Got to wear a onesie to work, which is always
Yeah.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been a chill day. Very excited to have this episode today.
Yeah, me too. I think
Actually, I
it'll
don't
be a
know if
fun
we said
one.
it. It's Halloween at the time that we're filming
Yeah.
this.
Happy
So,
Halloween.
happy
That's
Halloween,
why we're
gang.
in costumes, by the way. So, yeah.
We're not just weird.
Well, that too, but it's okay.
So I did want to come out real quick and say that we are not going to be talking spoilers on any of the movies that we're talking about today. We're just going to do some very, very surface level commentary on some of our thoughts of any movie that we bring up. So, you're
Yeah.
safe.
No worries. If you do want spoilers, though, we've made videos about most of these movies. So, I will say, if we have time, I wouldn't mind talking about Regretting You a little bit.
Sure.
But I'm okay also avoiding spoilers on that. So, yeah.
we can
That
talk
way
back
you
to
just
some of
don't
the
have to
movies that
worry.
we haven't talked about before. I
Yeah.
think especially in our ranking, we can get a lot
Yeah, for
into it.
sure.
But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yes.
First things first. If you've watched our episodes, you might know that typically we have predictions for how we think movies that we cover are going to perform
Yes.
at the box office.
Yeah.
And I have tallied up all of the ones that we've done in 2025 so far.
Ooh.
So we can kind of catch up to who's, better at guessing or not. So,
Who knows?
Who's
more, because I know I had a streak where I was like, I think too optimistic about movies, so then I started having a streak of being too pessimistic, and then now I try to have like a good mix of both,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
So, right now we have done 35 movies. So,
I feel like that seems low, almost.
I don't know.
It's okay.
But going through it a bit quickly,
Mhm.
so the first one I have was for A Working Man.
Mhm.
So my guess was 88 million. Oh, we guessed the same one for these first two. So we both guessed
Okay,
88 million. It ended up making 98 million. So we were just 10 million off.
Tie. Yeah, I feel like hopefully as we do this more, we'll get a better idea about where to guess. Because I feel like early on, some of our predictions were kind of crazy one way or the other. Because, we just, at least for me personally, I've never.
Thought about it that hard?
No.
No, it is
So-
interesting, and it kind of keeps. I don't know. I think it's very fun to kind of grow
Yeah.
grow with this game and kind of get a better understanding of
Yeah.
what might or might not work for audiences.
Yeah.
Next up, I have Death of a Unicorn. We once again guessed the same thing. We guessed 25 million. It only made 15.5 million.
Yeah.
So 10 under on that one.
Oh well.
So
We hate to see the working man be the higher number.
we hate to see
there.
a working
Like
man.
yeah,
Working
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Starting on the ones where we actually picked different things.
Yeah.
So we have The Amateur. I guessed 99 million. You guessed 90 million. It went on to gross 96 million. I
Yeah,
was
so you won.
closest by almost 3,000 away.
Sure.
Um,
Man, that movie. Ugh.
on Drop, I guessed 18 million. You guessed 20 million. The total was 28.5 million. So
Sure.
you won with only 8.5 million difference.
Good for that
For
movie.
Mhm, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Minecraft, I guessed 790 million. You guessed
Oh,
900 million. You did get closer, only
I knew the
55 million
truth.
off.
Unfortunately, on that one.
On Warfare, I guessed 38 million. You guessed 40 million. Total came in at 32 million. That's
I hate to
close, but
see
it went to me.
Yeah.
I was only
For
about
sure.
5.5 million off.
Yeah.
And yeah, we do hate to see it, but what you
I
gonna
mean,
do?
it was so good.
It was very good.
Anyways.
Sinners.
Oh, interesting.
I guessed 325 million. You guessed 350 million.
I think I won.
Our total was 365 and a half.
Yeah.
So you
Good
won
for
by
Sinners.
15 and a half. Until Dawn, I guessed 10 million, you guessed 13 million. The total was 50 million. So you got the closest even though we were not super close to that at all.
No.
You were off by 37 million.
Yeah.
Accountant 2,
That's crazy.
I guessed 100 million, you guessed 90 million. The total was 103.
Ooh, good for the accountant too.
So I was only 3
That was a
million
fun
off.
one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we kind of clocked that one.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Thunderbolts.
Oh no.
I guessed 590 million.
Oh no.
You guessed 550 million.
So I win.
The total was
But
382, and you were, as the one who won, you were still over 167 million.
Yeah. Oh, poor Thunderbolts. We
Indeed.
had such high hopes because it was so good. We thought that's what people wanted, but I guess not.
Final
Anyways.
Destination Bloodlines. My guess was 100 million. Yours 125. It totaled at 285, so that went to you.
Damn, we really
Only
underestimated
160 under. Yeah,
Good
that,
for-
that one did really
that.
good.
Yeah, good for Bloodlines.
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh God.
I guessed 1,100,000. No, 1,100,000,000.
Damn.
You guessed 1,200,000,000.
No.
And it ended up with a little over 1 million. So that went to me with only 63 million under.
Yeah, I'm good with that because.
Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. My guess was 750 million. Yours was 800 million. It ended up getting 597, close to 98. But I did win that. Still 152 million over.
Damn, we're having like a bad streak right now.
Karate Kid Legends. My guess was 150 million. Yours 130 million. The total was 112 million. That one went to you. Only 17 off. John Wick's Ballerina. I guessed 250. You guessed 270. It was 130.
Damn.
Yeah. And that one did go to me. Only 118 million off.
270.
Yes. Yes, you did.
I wish. Oh well, that was also a great movie.
How to Train Your Dragon. I guessed 910. You guessed 850. Our total was 634. So that went to you, but still over by 215 million.
I thought that got much higher actually, so I'm
I was surprised when it started plateauing. Materialists. My guess was 70 million. Yours was 80 million. It went on to do 103 million. So that goes to you. Yeah.
Good for that movie.
The international market really came for that.
Yeah.
Elio, I guessed 110. You guessed 380.
I really wanted that movie to do good.
Needless to say, I won that one.
Why would I do that?
You were a whopping 226 million over.
What did Pascalisha think? What? I want to know. Listen, I don't smoke, but I want to know what I was smoking. What secondhand smoke was in the air for me? Oh my god.
Yeah. 28 years later, I guess
I
one.
deserved to lose on that one.
That was
Anyway,
crazy.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. 28 years later, my guess was 160. Yours was 150. It ended up getting a little over 150.
Oh.
So that one went to you. Only 43,000 off.
Oh, okay.
That's like our closest one so far.
Cool.
Megan 2, I guessed 55. You guessed 50. Our total was 39. So that one went to you. Only 10,
See, I
close to
told you
11
I had
off.
a pessimistic streak, but I guess it's working out in my favor. Oh no.
Certainly not when you get optimistic.
No, exactly.
F1, my guess was 425. Yours was 400. The total was 626.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm wrong, because I really liked that movie, but I guess I was trying to be realistic. I will say that one surprised a lot of people. With
Well,
how good
it's
it.
such an international, like F1 is internationally
Yeah.
recognized. So there's a lot of pull there. I'm surprised we didn't clock that a little better.
Oh, well,
Um,
I watch F1, so.
Jurassic World Rebirth. I guessed 880. You 900.
Ugh.
It went to 866. So I was only 13 and a half off. Superman, I guessed 790. You guessed 850. That did go to me with 614.
Dang.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. 46 million for me. 40.
See, when I'm optimistic, I lose. I'm like, this is good to know.
46 for me. 45 for you. It ended up getting 63. So I got that one as well.
Me just, like, contradicting myself.
Smurfs. I guessed 76. You guessed 70. It got 120.
No, I didn't.
It did.
No.
International pulled this one along as well. It did really bad domestically.
Oh, no, I thought it was a shoo-in for that one.
And it got 40, and I
My soul
was only
hurts.
44 off.
My soul hurts.
Whew. Fantastic Four First Steps. My guess was 610. Yours was 600 exactly. It got 520, so you got that one.
Yeah.
For weapons, I guessed 160. You guessed 165. It ended up being 267. So even though we were 100 off both, you still got that one.
Damn.
Freakier Friday, I guessed 95. You guessed 83. Total was 153. I won
Good.
that one.
Good. Good for that movie.
Did I just do Freakier Friday?
Yes.
Okay. The Roses. I guessed 53 mil. You guessed 55. The total was 50 and a half. So that one went to me.
Yeah. That's okay. That was still close. Good for that movie.
Yeah.
That's a good amount.
The Long Walk. I guessed 33 million. You guessed 30 million. It went on to do over 48 and a half.
Good.
That one went to
I'm
me.
surprised we underscored that.
Well, I think we had the initial box office already, and that was pretty low.
That stinks.
Conjuring Last Rites. I guessed 515. You guessed 500. It did 487. So you got that one.
Good for that movie. That's still a lot for a horror movie.
I mean, it's the highest grossing horror movie.
Yeah.
So
That's
good
great.
for that movie.
Yeah.
One Battle After Another. I guessed 100 million. You guessed 120 million. It went on to 180.
Yay.
So that went to you.
Good for that movie again.
And we are getting closer to the ones that are still potential to gain more as we go. So this is just where the current standing is. Smashing Machine. I guessed 35 million. You 30 million. It is currently at 19 and a half. So that one's to you. Roofman. I guessed 20 million. You said 19 million. It is at 23 and a half.
Interesting.
So that one went to me. Tron Ares. My guess was 95. Yours was 85. It is at 124. So that one went to me.
Yeah.
Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. My guess was 42 million. Yours was 37 million. Is currently at 16 and a half. So,
I think I got that one.
you do have that so far, and probably I don't know. We'll see with this next weekend because nothing else original is coming out. I think K-pop Demon Hunters is still going to do really good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Back to the
There's some
Future.
potential for some great second weekends
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
And our last one we had was Regretting You. That I had 53. You had 60. Currently, and this is only after one weekend, it is at 25. So right now I am the closest on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So of those
I
35,
feel like you're a shoo-in for that one too. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe not, but I feel like.
I think the second weekend is going to do a lot to
Yeah.
clock these last two.
Yeah.
So who do you think won overall?
I do feel like I heard my name a lot. But I feel like we also had a good mix.
I will say, the winner is only winning by 1 point.
Oh, God.
So
Well, good for us. Like, does that mean we're equally good and bad at guessing?
Because
we had some bad guesses, so-
we were really off on some of them. You got that one that was like under $1 million, and that was
Yeah,
impressive.
the 28 years. Yeah.
You had 17, and I had 18.
Mhm.
So
Per?
that is where we are on that.
And that's including all of the ones you just named, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
All the ones we had different votes on, anyways.
Yeah.
So go us. And we will hopefully remember to be catching up on these in these recap episodes going
Yeah,
forward.
so we
it
don't
won't
have to
take
do
nearly
as many.
long.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is
Yeah.
that.
Very fun.
Next up, we are going to rank the October new releases that we have seen.
Yes.
Woohoo. So I have 14 movies.
I have 7.
Dang.
Well,
whoa.
you have a job where you can watch movies while you work sometimes. I do not. I will
So,
never be able to watch movies during my
How
job.
about, since you literally have half the amount of movies as me, I just really reveal my 2 at a time.
Sure.
So
Go ahead.
You already have yours, so you go ahead.
Yeah. So my number 7 is Tron Ares. I think this is a pretty easy bottom one for me. Maybe not for other people, but I don't know. I feel like it wasn't awful, but it had so much more potential, and yeah. I just like my body like hurts talking about this movie. Like I need to just be done with it. So go watch. I already suffered through talking about this, so go watch
We
that
have a
video
whole
if you
episode
care
on it.
about it. Yeah.
At number 14, I have Netflix's The Twits. At number 13, I have Tron Ares. So The Twits is horrible. It's an animated movie on Netflix.
Damn.
And I think it just truly shows that not anyone can make kids animation work. The animation is super inconsistent. It's kind of
Interesting.
annoying and all over the place. And it feels like it combined like 3 different stories into one mess. Just unfun all around.
We hate to see it.
We truly. And then 13, Tron Ares. It is technically a movie.
I guess.
So you can look at it and listen to it,
Yeah.
and that's yeah. For more thoughts, look at our episode.
Has a beginning, middle, and end.
Does it?
I mean, more than The Strangers Chapter 2.
Sure.
That's the bar. That is
I
the
will
bar.
say, I've been ranking the movies, all of the movies I've seen so far this year, and it isn't in my bottom 10. It's close,
Well,
but
that doesn't surprise me, actually, because there are a lot of horrible movies this year. A lot. So I actually wouldn't even be surprised if it wasn't bottom 20, to be honest with you.
I think it
So.
is, at least for me so far.
Well, my number 6 is Good Fortune. This is at a little bit of a disadvantage because if you watched our video on that, I fell asleep halfway. Well, not halfway through. I made it a little farther than halfway. But it was a late showing for me. My bedtime is strictly like 10 o'clock most nights, except that's why I'm drinking an Alani today because it's Halloween. I'm trying to go crazy. So, anyways, Yeah, so this one's at a little bit of a disadvantage because I was enjoying it, before I fell asleep. So,
Bit of a buffer there.
curse those reclining chairs, they're dangerous. Anyways.
At my number 12, I have Netflix's The Woman in Cabin 10. And at 11, I have Caramello. So, The Woman in Cabin 10, it's like a murder mystery. You get to see Keira Knightley get gaslit on a boat for a long time. I don't know. I was really vibing with it. I think the cast is fun. And, like, the setting is, like, super atmospheric on a super fancy yacht.
Mm-hmm.
But then I, like, guessed the mystery before it happened. And then they even reveal it really early on in the movie. So it's like, oh, so, like the whole, like, reveal thing was, like, I don't know. And then the rest of the movie is just, stuff happening. I don't know. It was weird. I wanted to like it a lot more than I did. Yeah. And Carmelo... that is a Portuguese film. Okay. On Netflix. And it is... God, it is so trope heavy. It is basically... sous chef becomes main chef in super fancy restaurant. Has a dog named Carmelo. Who helps basically accidentally get him the job by getting the chef to quit. And then he basically catches that he has cancer. The dog can smell brain cancer. And spoilers. Basically, I mean, that's the plot of the thing. And then it like also gets him into this like love triangle with the girl who like walks dogs and like runs a dog.
Oh God.
A hotel thing.
I'm seeing Netflix post all their like, here's the new Hallmark type movies we're releasing, and they're like, Hallmark movies are weird because I do feel like they're addicting. But
they're not great. They're not good.
They're not good, but they're fun. And I'll admit that I'll say that with my chest. So like, I don't really always mind heavy, tropey things. They just have to. They have a time and place.
This one just has so many. Yeah. The main character is very charming. Yeah. And it's cancer and it's dogs. It hits. But it does rely on some very cheesy tropes. Yeah. But overall, fun watch.
Okay. My number 5 is Regretting You. Hey, I liked this one. It's okay. And you know what? I'm probably the odd one out on that. But I don't know. I feel like people are either loving or hating this one, and I'm just feeling okay about it. I feel like, it was a fun cast. It was a hot cast. I love all 4 of them. They're so cute. Yeah, and I feel like it was just a very, very basic rom-com.
Why am I all over the place? I keep like writing the wrong parts of my list. I'm losing my mind. Okay.
Yeah, so since we didn't make a video on this, I'll talk a little bit about it, especially since you're fixing things. I bought the book. I still haven't finished it. Sorry, guys. I'm slacking. I mean, from what I've read, it was very accurate. I will say I've heard that they've changed a couple things towards the end, but I haven't read the book, so I can't confirm that. So sorry. I'm letting y'all down. I'm sorry. But yeah, I do feel like it's fun to read a book knowing who the cast is going to be, because then you can read the book having that picture in your mind, and then that takes away, any chance of disappointment, from, having a picture in your mind and then they cast it and you're disappointed. So yeah, it's fun to do that. I love doing that. McKenna Grace and Mason Thames are very cute together. I hope it's not PR, because what wasted
can't be another potential. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, they had such chemistry too. That kills me till this day. So I don't know. Maybe it's PR. Maybe it's not. I don't know. The only huge complaint I have about that movie, and really it's the only one, and you know exactly what it is because it's yours too, is that they didn't recast the older cast as when they were flashbacks for teenagers. They just put like 40-year-olds. So sorry if that's not accurate, but I'm pretty sure they're like middle-aged, as like teenagers and like slightly different haircuts, and just called it a day. And I hate that. I think that's lazy. I think you have way too many. you're gonna have McKenna Grace in your cast, and you're not gonna acknowledge that you have, well, and Mason Thames, and you're not gonna like use that opportunity to cast talented kid actors. That's crazy to me. Anyways,
Indeed.
crazy choice and bad choice. I'll say it.
Use it. Clock it.
Anyways,
Okay, my number 10, I have A House of Dynamite. And at number 9, I have The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
you watched that without me. It's okay.
Fake.
It's okay. I really
Um,
don't care.
So, A House of Dynamite, man, I was so locked into this.
I feel like I've heard of this one.
It's on Netflix. It came out very recently.
Okay.
It's basically about the White House reacting to a missile that is launched at the U.S. and they don't know who it's from.
Is it based on a real story?
No.
I don't know. Maybe they dismantled it. I don't know, man.
But it is such
Yeah.
a star-studded cast. Rebecca Ferguson, Idris Elba is the president.
I'll watch it just for that.
A lot of great
Yeah.
names.
Okay.
Anthony Ramos. But I will
Yes.
say, and I was so locked into it, it was giving pieces of like paradise for me.
Okay.
But then it kind of really doesn't stick the landing for me.
That's a
And then
shame.
even with like such a great cast, they like kind of have like it's like segmented into 3 parts, and then like whenever a part is done, you like don't get to see that actor again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Oh.
a bit of a bummer.
It's a bummer when you have familiar faces.
Yeah, it's very weird. And then it like ends on a note that's very like vague. And I can maybe see what they're trying to do with the vagueness, but I don't think it works for this movie. So, especially when the entire
Okay.
movie in the White House dealing with this problem is like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well, if that's your whole movie, you kind of have to show us what's
What they're
happen.
gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
makes sense.
It's just really weird. But I remember seeing some reactions to it, and they were really low. And as I was like halfway through, I'm like, how can that be?
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, I get it.
Gasp. Burley.
And then The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Apparently, it's a
Nice to
remake of a movie of the same name.
Yes,
Did
I do
not
remember you
clock
saying that.
That was Longlegs Detective.
Yes, and
um,
the other
Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
no, and what's the other movie we saw with her? The horror movie.
Oh, it's
It Follows. Yeah.
But I'm talking. It's the 2 main girls. I'm talking
Yeah.
about 2 different people.
Also, the main girl is gonna be in Colleen Hoover's next movie adaptation. For those who care.
I hope that works out for her.
Yeah.
But this was
See.
fun. It's very like suspenseful, thrillery,
Mm-hmm.
and I think both of those women do great performances
Her.
in what is otherwise clearly a it was always meant to be a streaming movie.
Yeah.
But they make it very enjoyable.
I will say, I don't care. I'll probably watch that one at some point, but I don't care to rush to get into it. I do want to see The Lost Bus and what's the Spike Lee movie that Highest to
Highest to
Lowest?
Lowest.
I want to see that together. Don't see that without me,
Okay.
please. Okay, my number 4 is Roofman. This was the one I was asking you about earlier because technically I rated it 4 out of 5 stars, so it should be higher on my list. It should be number 2. But vibes wise, I feel like I'm looking back on this film and remembering it as boring.
I clock that.
So, just vibe wise, I want to put it lower. Because I feel like if I were to rewatch it, I would maybe put it lower. I don't know. But, anyways, it just didn't feel right to put it at number 2. Anyways,
Sure. And we have a whole episode on that.
yes.
At number 8, I have Roofman. At number 7, I have Regretting You. I flipped those 2. Roofman, I feel like they had an opportunity to make something very impactful about why people do the things that they do. And then they kind of don't decide not to, I guess, in place of doing a really long and poorly paced bit about living in a Toys R Us.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I mean,
But-
it's entertaining, but I feel like when you look at it with the overall story, it's like, why do we spend so much time there?
Yeah.
Especially with where he ends up, it's just, I don't know.
But Kirsten Dunst, I think knockout performance. Love her in this.
Yeah.
And then at number 7, Regretting You. I think it's fun. I think it's very serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute. I think our 4 main actors really elevate what was already there and make it something
better.
very fun
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
If like I don't know, I feel
Feel
like
like-
if it wasn't those 4, this
Yeah.
would be much lower.
Yeah, I feel like the script is just good enough for these 4 to elevate it, but also these 4 are so needed to elevate it. Unlike Tron Ares, where I feel like, yes, your main actor didn't do a good job, but the others not doing a good job either makes me think that it's mostly the script.
Sure.
Cause like, that's crazy.
No,
Anyway.
I agree.
My number 3 is The Smashing Machine. I guess I can't say that yet because I haven't done my next one. But I liked this one. I thought it was good. I thought The Rock and Emily Blunt were great, especially Emily Blunt. I also thought, I forgot at this point what their names are, but one of them's Michael and one of them's Mark, I think. But the best friend of The Rock's character, I thought did a good job, especially considering it's his first performance. So yeah, we have a whole video on that as well. It was solid.
Solid
Solid.
as a smashing machine.
Yeah.
At my number 6, I have Good Boy. At number 5, I have Netflix's Steve.
Her.
Good Boy, I think it is so charming as an indie film starred by a dog named Indy. And it's just very impressive what all they managed to do with an untrained dog being your main character. It is very charming. It's very low scope, but I think it's still very impactful as someone who really appreciates
Right.
movies and how they're made.
Perfect.
Super fun. At number 5, I have Steve. This one, like, hit me out of nowhere. Cillian Murphy is the star. That is probably the only reason people are clocking it in the first place. He basically plays this character, Steve, who runs a basically a troubled youth school that's like getting shut down slowly. And it is a lot about mental health and like how you can struggle and like still be a good person and like looking at where that comes from. And that life can be hard, and sometimes when you grow up, it continues to be hard, but it's still worth it. It's it's very life affirming, I guess, but it's still in a very like pessimistic view. I did not like. This one got a 3.5 stars for me. Like literally halfway through that movie, I would not have ever thought it was going to get that from me.
Damn.
But it definitely like all ties together really well in like the third act.
Okay.
And it's very impactful. It ends on on a note that's really stuck with me. And yeah, I think it's
We love
it's very
that.
solid.
Okay. So I put number 2, Springsteen. Yeah, this one was really good. I will say, even in our video that we made about it, I think it has some pacing issues. But I don't know. I feel like I'm looking back on this movie feeling like it was solid. I enjoyed it. It made me listen to the Nebraska album, and it's really good. Kind of obsessed with it right now. So, yeah. And I love me some Jeremy Strong and Jeremy Allen White. So, there you go.
For sure.
Yeah.
My number 4, I have Good Fortune. I managed to stay awake through that one. And I have at number 3, The Smashing Machine. So, Good Fortune, I think it is a very funny movie. I think it's a very funny script. And I think the biggest problem with this movie is unfortunately that the main character's voice is not super fun to listen to
Yeah.
in a long duration.
Sorry, dude.
So sorry, King. You directed a great movie. But what you gonna do? But still, overall, very fun and very moving towards the end. I talked a little bit about that in one of our past episodes.
Yeah.
And then The Smashing Machine, we had a whole episode on that as well. I think it is easily one of The Rock's best performances, if not his best performance. And then Emily Blunt, phenomenal in it.
Yeah.
I truly think she has some awards locked down in the future. At least of the ones I've seen so far. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'll be blown away by something else at some point. But she definitely stands out among
Yeah.
the year.
She has a place right now on our list,
Yeah.
for sure.
So go her.
Until we see more.
Yeah.
And I waited on my number 1 because I knew you were kind of bouncing back and forth. My number 1 is The Black Phone 2, of course. I think it was great. I actually liked it better than the first one, which was very shocking because I feel like before I saw a trailer on it, I couldn't even fathom how, like, what they would do with the sequel. So good for them for not only knocking that out of the park, but, like, in my opinion, doing it better than the first. So there you go. Yeah. I love Gwen. I love the actress for Gwen, too. I think she's great. I hope she gets way more work. Yeah.
My number 2 and number 1, same off of your list. I have Springsteen and The Black Phone 2.
Her with the same top 3.
Go us.
we
I think
go.
Springsteen was a really greatly made movie. I think the acting is phenomenal. I think the directing, cinematography, sound, I think it is great on so many parts. Made a whole episode about how much we love it. Feel free to watch that. And The Black Phone 2 also had its own episode. Very fun. Let's maybe release more horror movies in October next year, folks. Can we do that? I would love to do that.
That would be nice. Yep. You would think.
Yeah.
Because why is Five Nights at Freddy's releasing in December?
I agree. I will say, I don't know. With having listed out the movies that you've seen, how do you feel about this whole roster for October?
October seems really weird. I was thinking about that as I was making that list. I was like, I don't know why, but I feel like September seems so much stronger, which I do think September was very hit or miss for us. October, I feel like this list kind of gradually goes from bad to great rather than just like amazing versus horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little more balanced this month, but genre-wise and vibe-wise, it feels all over the place a little bit.
I feel like, as someone who, and I really enjoyed The Black Phone 2, it feels very weird that The Black Phone 2 was like the highlight of the month, if that makes sense.
I agree, because I wasn't quite like blown away. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it, but like last month we had The Conjuring Last Rites. We had one battle after another. Like, it just felt like we had such great movies. And then, thinking about this weekend, yes, like, we have Begonia getting a wider release, but then we have 2 re-releases, K-Pop Demon Hunters and Back to the Future. So it's like, why is Halloween finally on a Friday and being wasted? I don't really understand that. So I feel like there's maybe some business reason why. I almost wish, like, Grace Randolph or one of those creators that talks more business in movies would maybe make a video on that. Maybe she has, and I just need to seek that out. But I would be interested to find out if there maybe is a valid reason why we aren't seeing that.
Maybe. It feels, I would say, very much more reminiscent of, like, January through March of this year, which was pretty brutal, but there were, like, some solid, like, sleeper hits, I would say. Where, like, they were big for their time, and they were, like, enjoyable, but the mainstream didn't jump on them.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to me. Also, do your, through number 8. Or I guess you don't have.
So our next up, we are ranking our first-time watches of October. These are movies that we watched for the first time, but
I
weren't...
didn't know we were doing movies next. Sorry. I did
No!
shows.
Oh my gosh.
I just erased
Okay,
it.
no, we'll keep doing first-time watches, and I have to go first anyways.
Okay.
So these are just movies that we've watched for the first time in October that weren't released this October. So I'm doing my top 10. You are doing your top 8, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did 10 and 9. At 10, I have Predator 2. I binged that entire franchise to catch up for Predator Badlands.
Mm-hmm.
And then at number 9, I have A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Predator 2, it's very interesting. Like, I don't know.
I thought that was the one that you said was good or better than the first.
Predator 2. No,
Am I
I think
crazy?
the first one's still better, but this one is
Okay.
better than, like, a lot of the other sequels.
Oh, okay.
Those Predator sequels get bad real quick.
Well,
But it was very fun. It's in a city setting, which is very different. And it's very fun. Kind of changing it up a little bit.
wait, so why aren't the other Predator movies on this list?
Because they're not in my top 10.
Oh, you're only doing your top 10. Okay.
Yes. Now, because I watched, I
Dang.
think as of today, I've watched 20 movies that I've never seen before that weren't released this month.
Dang.
So this is the top half of my list.
No, I did all 8. You will see the worst of the worst on my list. Don't you worry, guys.
Yep. And then Nightmare on Elm Street 2, so queer-coded. Super surprised to see that, especially after the first one is like, and it's so different from the rest of its like franchise.
Yeah.
So queer-coded. The first Scream Queen, who is a male character. And they do some interesting stuff with Freddy in this movie. It's fun. It's very fun.
Are you all ready to find out my number 8?
I'm scared.
Okay. Here we are. So, you know how I said sometimes tropey movies have a time and place, and sometimes they can be like really bad, but sometimes addicting. This is bad, and it's not addicting. I was just in it too far. Okay, let me just say. This is on Amazon Prime. Not this one, but the series. It's the My Fault series. The like international one, not the one. Well, I guess the other one's in London, but they like speak Spanish in this one, and then they have a London version where they speak English. Same story, same book series it's based off of, but in English, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
This is the sequel to that, which is Your Fault. The first one I feel like was okay because it had some like Fast and Furious vibes towards the end with like all the driving and stuff. Well, not towards, like throughout, I guess. And I say that very loosely because it's like the only reason I'm saying that is because it has like driving stuff in it. Everything else is really weird. It's about like this girl whose mom marries this rich guy in another country and she moves there, and her stepbrother's really hot and they like each other and they get together and it's weird. Yeah. Right? So, but then the first movie I feel like wasn't all that bad, and so I watched the second one because I didn't realize it came out last year, and I saw the third one. I was like, why are they advertising the third one? The second one hasn't even come out. Nope, it came out last year. So I watched that one. This was so bad. This was worse than the third one.
Dang.
This was like, I'm very loosely saying half a movie with the second and third one. And I hate when movies do that. I hate when they're just splitting it in half and it doesn't really stand on its own. So yeah, I put this one at the bottom. It was really bad. But then, you might ask, why watch the third one then? Because I'd already watched 2 out of the 3 and I hate not finishing things. And they're only like an hour and a half.
Perfect.
So I'm like, whatever.
Sold!
Maybe it'll get better. And you know what? By half a star, it did.
Solid. At number 8, I have Scarface. This might be a little blasphemous to say.
Damn.
I fear it's
We're gonna get.
it's not
Like,
for me.
we're
It's
gonna get shut
aggressively
down.
not for me. I maybe couldn't say exactly why.
I haven't seen it, so I can't
feel
speak
like
on
it
that.
falls into the category of like, it's clearly about someone who's a bad person, and like it's kind of showing him like rise to power and how he does that. I think the performance is great. Al Pacino killed that, and he's super iconic. But then it gets to a point, or at least sporadically throughout the movie, half of the movie is just about, oh, look at what a bad person this guy is. And it's like, cool. I don't want that. I don't want to watch that for half of a almost 3-hour movie. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I feel like that was my frustration with parts of Breaking Bad, but then it became more than that, so then I really liked it. It was at its peak when it was either A, acknowledging that Walter White is a horrible human being, or 2, when something else was going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it was at its peak. Which is, most of the show, I will say. But it had a low point for me, where I was like, I'm over it.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's well made. It's a very well made movie,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I wish I liked the pacing better, and I wish I was able to lock into it more.
Yeah. With that description, I would probably feel the same, because I also hate when that happens. So, Like I just said, half a star higher. Oh, I don't know if I ever said the movie title. So the first one's called My Fault. It's in the title's in another language, but that's what it translates to. Then the second one is Your Fault, because I guess spoilers if for some reason you care about that movie. I'm so sorry. He cheats on her, which I don't really even count as. I don't even know when they were together and not together in that movie. And then she had done something that really like deep cut hurt him, and he retaliated by kissing somebody else.
Oh my
So I'm like, I mean, yeah, that's fucked up, but it's like, were y'all even together? I'm pretty sure y'all were on a break, and it's like,
It sounds like it's getting into Friends territory.
yeah, but at least I like care about that relationship. It's like also like the whole belly thing. It's like, but I actually like am invested in these characters. I don't care about these characters. So I'm like, I don't care. Apparently in real life he like there's drama there though. I don't know if he cheated in real life, but like she hates his guts in real life.
Huh?
So which she's too hot for him anyways if he did something fucked up. So good for her. Like they posed for a picture at like a premiere or something like that.
By the way, I had no idea who we're talking about.
It's okay. Just the two main actors.
Okay.
I think they posed together for a picture for promo, and she did that, and then the second that was over, she left, and he was trying to like continue the interaction, and people were saying she was rude. I'm like, if he fucked her over, then fuck him. Who cares?
Indeed.
Anyways.
At my number 7, I would say this is like a good notch or two while in the similar direction of Scarface for me. It's a notch in the better direction. I have The Departed. I had some probably high expectations for this. This was Martin Scorsese. This is after we had watched Shutter Island last month. And so my expectations were kind of high again for him. This one landed a little closer to the middle than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love the performances from some of the people. And I literally remember like laughing whenever I found out some of them got actually nominated for awards that year.
Oh.
Looking at you, Mark Wahlberg.
That's crazy. Wasn't he the only person nominated?
At least at the Oscars, I think. And then
Which
I don't
is
think Matt
actually
Damon did
wild.
a particularly great job either. I think because Leo was in this movie, right?
Mhm.
He, I think,
That's why
did a
we
really
watched
great
it.
job.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else was just kind of fine, and it definitely got better throughout the movie. Like by the time we got towards the end, it like worked for me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know.
Also, I forgot to mention for Our Fault, the third one. I don't even know if I said the title. The third one's called Our Fault. I did it slightly better just because I feel like it had somewhat of a plot line. But they do have a pregnancy trope. Sorry, spoilers again, I guess. So sorry. It's okay. You don't have to care about these movies. And I kind of always hate a pregnancy trope. And then there's like 10 minutes left and they're getting like robbed at knife point. And I'm like, we have 10 minutes. What are we doing here? And then it's a happy ending. And then it ends. And I'm like, okay. I just, spent an hour and a half doing that. Anyways, my number 6 is Scary Movie 2. Let me tell you what happened this night. We tried to make fried chicken, but we tried to make fried chicken legs for the first time, and I am 99% sure they were not thawed all the way because Cole tries to eat it, and he's like, I'm pretty sure the middle is pink. And then you were like, that looks pretty pink. And then I look, I'm eating like the breading off mine, but then I look after he says that, I'm like, I don't know if mine's pink, but it's like, it doesn't look appetizing either way. And we're like, let's just not eat this. Let's just eat sides. We had like mashed potatoes and green beans. And then what does Luke say? Let's watch Scary Movie 2 while we eat dinner. If you've ever seen that movie, you understand his mistake.
To be fair, it's the opening. It's real bad.
But it's long, too. It's like 15, 20 minutes of just gross after gross after gross. And not gory gross. It's like pee and throw up. And I'm like, I don't think I ate that night, really. I had already eaten my green beans, thank goodness, and I'm pretty sure that was it. I was eating mashed potatoes, and I was like, I'm over it. I'm throwing this entire plate away. So note to self, make sure your chicken's thawed before you fry it. That's really important. Also check that it's not pink before you eat it. I don't think anyone consumed it, which is good. But still, too close for that.
Great story time.
Yeah.
At my number 6, I have A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. This one really surprised me because I haven't heard a lot about this franchise
Yeah.
outside of the first one, but I had heard that Dream Warriors is bad. And I, high-key disagree. It, has the best, plot since the original.
Mm-hmm.
And it, they, add to the lore in a really cool way. They have a new group of kids that really works, and there's Dream Warriors. They have the ability to do stuff in their dream, and it works for me. I guess I can maybe get how it doesn't work for some people, but I don't know. Especially after the rest of the franchise kind of drives itself off of a cliff. I super respect Dream Warriors.
Or my number 5 might make Luke upset. I'm so sorry. I put Cabin in the Woods. You know, you hyped this one up a lot, and I just didn't hit the same for me. So, I'm sorry. It was okay. It was fine. That's it.
At my number 5, I have Do Revenge. I thought this was very fun. It's giving Netflix trying to ride Riverdale's coattails a little bit.
Yeah, especially when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. The twist got me. And I still love those main actresses. And then...
Good. I was so hoping you wouldn't guess the twist.
No, I did
I
not
was
see that
very
coming.
excited for that.
And then the guy performance in it. It's
Oh,
our main
yeah,
guy.
the Austin,
Love
whatever
seeing
his
him
name
everywhere.
is. Yeah.
I don't think I could see enough of him.
Yeah, he's
He's
great
so
in
fun.
that movie. I feel like a decent... no, I'll just go on. Number 4 is Scary Movie for me. Listen, I feel like I want to put
I thought you had
these...
seen this scary movie before.
Yeah, but do I remember it all that much? Not really, other than obviously the boob implant thingy. Obviously iconic. But I feel like I didn't remember it enough to not put it on this.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
So, yeah. It was okay. It was solid. I think I gave it 3 stars. So,
At number 4, I have The Outsiders. What a great movie. Great cast, very emotional, and truly a classic. I do hate that I hadn't seen this before. I'd read the book in middle school, and I remember that
I've read that
super
book.
vividly.
yeah.
But super happy to have seen the movie now. It's great.
Fair.
Go watch The Outsiders.
Yeah. I put as my number 3 The Departed. I feel like it was okay. It definitely had some pretty big cons. I hate seeing Mark Wahlberg in anything just because of him as a person. And he wasn't good. And then to
And he
find out
wasn't
he's
good.
the Oscar nominated one, I'm like, that's ridiculous. So, but I don't know, other performances were good and they had some good moments and good ideas thrown around.
Sure.
Yeah, it was solid.
My number 3, I have Christine. I had randomly seen this movie, on some horror channel years ago, but I'd always remembered it. Watching it, so loved this movie.
Is it about Christina Aguilera?
No.
that's Christina.
Christine
so
is the
Christine
name of
is-
a killer car. And as cheesy as that sounds, I love this movie.
Okay.
And it's like a fixer-upper car that some guy's trying to get rid of to this nerd kid,
Uh-huh.
and then it slowly has the kid turning into a greaser and being evil. But no, I super love it. I didn't think I would love the killer car story as much as I absolutely adore it, but so fun.
Fair enough. If you can make that concept not be ridiculous, then yeah, I can see that being pretty high on your list. I put as my number 2 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. this might surprise you because I feel like I was
That
having
is
a horrible.
very high.
Yeah, I feel like I was having a horrible time with this movie. It's just because it's so loud and overstimulating, but I do feel like it's well made and iconic. So I'll give it that, but I will say I can't see myself watching this again. It was just so overstimulating.
I don't know. That would unlike the scary movies, which I have seen before and didn't make my list at all. That is on my list. It's just much lower. I don't know. It's iconic. It was the first Scream Queen. Girl earned that title.
Yeah,
Like,
she did.
As soon as like we end up like at like the table scene, trying to keep it vague, like the pacing just completely cuts itself off at the legs. And I'm like, this is taking way too long. Whoever mixed the audio on this movie hates me.
Yeah. I couldn't even fathom seeing this in theaters. I would probably walk out. Like, I'm surprised I didn't walk out of Smile too, to be honest.
Fair.
Just because of the noise, nothing else.
Like I was really on board for this movie up until that point.
Thank you.
But and then it's just like, because I knew it was like a statement on like how like the meat industry and how we treat animals. But then like when we get to like the later end, it just like loses that plot at all, and I don't get what it's supposed to add to that narrative and what this new narrative they're going for is. It's very confusing to me. But whatever. Twinless is my number 2. Loved
Sure.
that movie so much. Great performances. I thought it was directed really well. Yeah, it was just a blast. The twist, I semi-clocked it among a bunch of other theories. I had said it before.
Okay.
It happened. So
I think
it
you
counts.
did, yeah.
I definitely did.
Yeah.
But I said 3 other things.
Yeah, it's okay.
But no, it's super fun. It's a blast. I loved it.
I also put Twinless as my number 1. Yeah, I thought it was great. Dylan O'Brien and the other actor were great. So go them. That other guy's crazy.
Yes. At number
Absolutely
1, I
crazy.
have The Cabin in the Woods. I had heard about this one. Mostly, there's a GIF that I've always seen of it, and then there's a bit in one of the later scary movies that's like, what's that movie with the cabin in the woods? And then they list all of the horror movies with cabins in the woods. I did not know what to expect from it, but like this is one of my favorite movies now. It's like so meta and fun and like so reference heavy to like every other horror movie.
Yeah.
It uses practical effects in beautiful ways. I've seen so much behind the scenes stuff on it, and like their conversations about what that movie is. It is just, I absolutely adore it so much. And that is my list of first time watches, my top 10.
Per?
Next up, we wanted to do the shows that we've watched
Shows.
throughout October. How many do you have on your list?
8.
8. And then I have a
I think I
couple
have 9
more.
or 10.
Hold on.
You should have probably 2 more.
I have 12.
Oh,
So get
4
on
more.
my level.
okay then. Well, not all of us can have jobs where we can watch stuff while we
4,
work.
5.
So sorry. The things that I watch are almost exclusively what I watch with you. And then the one day where y'all played games and I stayed home, I watched 2 horrible fucking movies. So look how I spent my time. There
Okay,
you go.
So what are you at? You're starting at
8.
8? Oh my gosh, I have something to catch up on. Okay.
It's okay. I could talk about my
Go
number
ahead.
8.
Go for it.
I'm putting my number 8, Alien Earth. So sorry. I feel like this is very like clear for me. Like I'm not really close to changing it, really. Now, to be fair, we're including shows on this list that we are also actively watching, so it could have a horrible ending and I could put it at the end place. That is not an impossible situation. But right now, it's Alien Earth. Just because I feel like it started well, and the visuals are beautiful, but we have a lot of thoughts on that show, and we have an entire episode about it. The good and the bad. A lot of bad. I don't know. A lot of just like, is this even an alien show? Or is this kind of just something else entirely? So, it is what it is.
Okay. I've done my list up to 8. So at 12, I have Alien Earth. So bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are parts that are interesting, but it has no cohesion. Then at 11, I have Gen V Season 2. I think it's fumbled.
Interesting.
There's a huge jump between these two.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say I've enjoyed everything else that I've watched so far more than Gen V ultimately. 10, I have Star Wars Visions Season 3. I've only watched like 2 episodes of that. But they're fun. I like this series. I like seeing new animation. I like seeing unique stories within the Star Wars universe. I think it's just always a fun time. If just very kind of low on the radar.
Okay.
At 9, I have Monsters Ed Gein. It's, I don't know. I don't think it's selling to me the way the good parts of the other Monsters series have gotten to me.
Even with how controversial the last season was, I feel like it had a lot of highlights for me.
Yeah, this one I feel like the big thing is I don't think Ed Gein's performance is particularly popping for me. But I love the mom.
Either. Yeah.
The mom is doing great. Love her. And then Dancing with the Stars season 34. Some upsets.
There you go.
But overall, such a fun time. And frankly, I just love the costuming and like the programming of it all. And there's some decent dances.
Yeah.
I mean, this season some great dances, but
Yeah,
do they all get recognized? No, which is why it's not higher.
Nope. Do they play favorites? Absolutely.
Yeah, those bitches.
Did you see? I guess spoilers for last week if you haven't seen it. Did you see that Alex and Val were like half of the judges? Derek and Carrie Ann wanted them to win the Monster-a-thon, and the other two wanted Whitney and Mark to win, and they couldn't decide. And they're usually Lynn was the head judge that would have the deciding vote if they tied, but they didn't. Apparently, they tried that with Derek, and for some reason, it wasn't working. I don't know if people were like, "That's Carrie Ann." I don't know. I think that's crazy that 2 out of the 3 of the main regular judges picked the same person. I think that's who you should go with, but they didn't. So Derek just shouted out an answer.
No, that was literally embarrassing. Like, they literally need to have a meeting so that doesn't happen again. That's
No,
very
it was because they
unprofessional
were
on
just
them.
like, pick one. Alfonso was like, like,
Live television,
Alfonso was-
folks.
Yeah, Alfonso was freaking out. No, that's
Rightfully so.
ridiculous that they didn't figure that out beforehand. That's embarrassing, especially because it always comes down to the last 2. So I don't know. That's crazy to me.
For sure. I just want to make sure that. So I have.
I'll do my number 7.
Yeah, go for it. I guess there's only one in my top 10. The ones I've done so far that you haven't seen, wouldn't have on your list.
Yeah. So I have Monsters Ed Gein, or Gein. I don't know how to say his name. Anyways, I finished that today. So I will say I feel like this is easily my least favorite of the 3. If Lizzie wasn't the person that they were doing next season, I might not even watch next season, but I'm watching for Lizzie. I'm excited for that because I've seen the musical, and that was very fun. So I will say they take some interesting turns, especially the last episode. They have like a connection to another famous serial killer, which was unexpected. I mean, I don't know. They probably did that because it happened in real life, but also I can't really say that because Cole, for some reason, knows a lot about Ed Gein.
Well, because Call Me Chris is a YouTuber that he watches, and she did a whole, because she does a bunch of true crime stuff, and she had a whole episode that he was watching about everything that the show got wrong.
Okay.
And I will say, unfortunately, like, I understand Hollywood's gonna Hollywood and like make stories more story oriented. I feel like when you're dealing with like actual victims who suffered really horrible fates, I feel like it's it becomes way less valid to Hollywood things up, especially the way I think that
Yeah.
this creative team likes to do.
Yeah, I agree. And I just don't think the changes make it any more interesting. I think it's quite frankly kind of boring for most of the show. So, yeah, I think it's also because I think the main character is the least interesting of all the ones we've had so far. So, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
But, anyways.
Sure. At my number 7, I have Peacemaker Season 2. I will say, unlike a lot of the other shows that are above this show, I think it suffers from being completely out. A lot of these other shows will probably lean closer to it as they go. Probably. But yeah, there were some great parts of Season 2, like that twist, or like the episode where they do their big reveal.
Yeah.
Is like probably one of the best moments on TV this year.
Mm-hmm.
So some great stuff. I wish it came together well with its
Yeah.
finale.
The finale was pretty bad.
And I don't know. It feels like it just lost track on a lot of different things. And your antagonists kind of stopped making sense. So a lot of the show really falls apart after having me on board for a good bit of it. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think that gets rid of the good stuff that this show did this
Yeah.
season. So
Fair.
go Peacemaker.
I almost wrote too many. Anyways, my number 6 is It. Welcome to Derry. Listen, this probably seems low, doesn't it? Well, it's because I've only seen the first episode. So I don't have much to go on. But I will say, I really like the first episode. I just felt like I couldn't put it higher than these other shows just because I have nothing else to go off of right now. If it continues this momentum, this is going to be in my top 3, like, of the list I'm doing right now. So we'll just see. It's just hard to, judge off one episode.
Sure.
So, yeah.
At my number 6, I have English Teacher Season 2.
Right.
I randomly decided to watch English Teacher Season 1 a couple months ago. Absolutely adored it. And then the second season came out, I think, late last month. And it is just such a blast. Did you forget a big one?
I forgot 2 big ones. I forgot they were doing, like, all the shows we've watched this month, and I've seen The Traitors, and I've seen at least The Traitors and Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. If not, I think there was one more. I forgot to put both of those, so I'll put them in here somewhere. I'll figure it out. I'll think about it.
But yeah, like as far as like comedic leads, he's one of my favorite leading men in a comedy this year. So go him. I think this team is so fun. I want to see them continue making seasons of the show. It's so fun. I think you'll love it. Yeah. Do you need me to keep talking?
Yeah, no, it's okay. So in between number 6 and 5, I'm putting The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I will say, there are infuriating people in the show, aka Whitney and Demi. I think everyone would agree with that. Yeah, that bring it down. Although I will say Demi at least brings the drama. I feel like Whitney's just such a boring villain. She's like a bitch and she's boring. And you hate to see someone be both.
I say that all the time.
Yeah, because Demi has a lot of horrible things, but boring is not one of them.
You can't be negative and boring.
Yeah, she's just very infuriatingly good at arguing, even when she's so toxic and wrong. It's actually scary to watch, and it makes me I would be scared of her in real life. I would never, with a 10-foot pole, let her near me as an acquaintance or anybody, because she would manipulate the hell out of me. So Whitney's just bad at being a villain, and that's embarrassing. I can't. But then my number 5, I put Dancing with the Stars, another not reality, but
I mean, it's reality
in that vein, yeah. Filmed live or whatever. Anyways, yeah, this is very fun. But then speaking of Whitney, she's on the show, and
so you can't escape her.
She is doing really well. But is she the best on the show?
No.
No.
I'll say it. No.
Yeah.
Robert is easily outdancing her every week, and the judges are the only ones who don't seem to clock it.
Yeah, well, I even think like Alex is doing really well.
Mhm.
I think Dylan has had some good dances. I think Jordan and Ezra have had phenomenal dances. Elaine and Alan, and they're not getting their flowers. And I think the judges have been really harsh on Danielle and Pasha and Jen and Jan. So I think that's a shame. They sent home Lauren and Brandon way too early. And why is Andy there? Also, crazy to watch Scary Movie 2 and find out he says a slur in that movie. Whoa, yikes. We're like, now we have to see him dance next week. That's scary. Anyways, there's nothing wrong with him as a person. I think he is an adorable person, and I think he is showing progress. However, he's still leagues below everybody else. And I think it's embarrassing how close his scores are to, I think last week, Elaine and Alan got like all 8s and they got all 7s. That's ridiculous.
Like, it's whatever. I don't know.
Stop being nice.
It's
Give him a
whatever
4.
about fans being, like, voting him in, as is their right. Frank, and I've seen a lot of stuff being like, we're going to get Whitney out of here before Andy. And I'm like,
I'm
you know
okay
what?
with that.
Sold.
I could live with that.
But
I could live with Andy winning the fucking mirror ball over Whitney. I could honestly live with that more than her. I really could.
but
I don't want to, but anyway.
but it's the judges that I can't, like, it's your job to make sure they improve. Yes, he's sometimes getting better. This last week, I would say, is a slide back to what he's done.
I will say I will give them some grace because I do feel like they probably also totally agree that he shouldn't be on the show, and they're just trying to do the best with what they have. But I also think they put themselves in a horrible position by rating everyone so high the first week. Well, the first week scores were crazy.
You know what?
So
Were you watching this show whenever they did, like, it's down to the final 2 and the judges get to pick who goes home?
yeah, I've seen that before. I wish they still
want
did
that to come back so badly.
I agree.
I think ultimately, you know, they're a part of the show, and I think audience engagement is super important and so valid. And in any case, it's more about saving people than bringing them home, than sending them home.
Yeah.
And I feel like let the judges do that. That is their, you know, job. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways.
My number 5. I have Only Murders in the Building season 5. I'm hooked in again. I feel like we're halfway through right now. It's getting to the point that I feel like we've gotten to in the past couple seasons where it's like kind of losing the plot a little bit and kind of going a little tangenty in different directions that aren't maybe necessarily where I want to be going, but it is still super fun to see this cast every time. I remember going into it, like, before we started catching up on it, being like, maybe we don't need a season 6, but after being here again, I'm like, how can we not have another season of this? I'm gonna feel actually so sad when this show stops airing.
Yeah. That's valid.
But super fun, and I feel like the pitch, I'm liking it a little better than our last 2 pitches, which felt very, like, the last 2 seasons have dragged us away from the Arconia a bit, and I like being centered back in. I think that helps.
Perfect. My number 4 is Gen V. I feel like overall it was pretty good. The first episode was pretty bad.
I would say, like, the first episode is, like, one of the worst episodes of television I've seen this year.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, we did not want to watch the show after that, but then luckily I saw stuff on Twitter. I was like, that looks promising, and then it was. So I'm glad we stuck with it because I do think it got much better. But still some wild character choices, especially with Marie. Just very disappointing choices.
I hate the way they drove their main character into the ground so aggressively and unapologetically.
Yeah. So, and then, you know, I want to be excited to see them in The Boys, but then and it's not really the Gen V's fault at all, but it's just The Boys' fault. I'm not excited. I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm much more scared.
Anyways.
At my number 4, I have Has Been Hotel Season 2. We've seen the first 2 episodes. I've really liked them. I don't think they're the best episodes we've seen of this show. But the songs, I think, are so great. I've been listening to them, and I adore them. And I'm super interested to see some of the things that they're unpacking. So I'm so excited to keep watching this show.
Yay. My number 3 is Peacemaker, and then I also put, I can't remember when I finished Young Justice season 4, so just in case I had finished that in October, I'm putting it above Peacemaker because I did really like season 4, especially after not always liking season 3, I like parts of it, but anyways. And then Peacemaker overall I think was solid. It had some good highs, but the finale kind of fumbled, so we hate to see that.
Mm-hmm. Sure. My number 3, I have Abbott Elementary. We are caught up, and we are watching season 5 or 4.
5. Because season 6 is greenlit, and they're going to London.
Abbott?
Which is crazy. No, I thought you were talking
We're on
about
4.
Only Murders. We're on 5.
5.
Yes,
Okay.
we are on 5.
I think it's super fun so far. I binged everything to catch up. I think it's really great. It's probably one of my favorite shows now. It's a little low. This one I'm only counting for season 5. If we're talking about the whole thing, it's probably the top of this list.
Yeah.
But for
Only
season
season
5,
5.
I feel like it's had kind of a little bit of a slow start compared to some of the other seasons.
Yeah.
Still really solid. This last Halloween episode I thought was really
So
good.
fun, yeah.
But yeah, so blessed. Love seeing this cast. I'll watch this cast until I die.
Yeah. So I put Only Murders season 5, and I guess I'll go ahead and say Abbott Elementary season 5 as my number 1. I'm really liking Only Murders season 5 so far. I feel good about it, even with the tangents. I'm still having fun.
They're good tangents. I will
Even
say
if
they
it's a
went on
little
some bad
distracting.
tangents on other seasons.
Yes.
I'm not
That's why I
I'm
don't
pretty
really mind. Yeah.
I'd agree.
So, anyways.
My
So, we
okay,
gotta
I'm
Sorry.
going.
We gotta get dinner before we see a movie.
Okay. My number 2, I have It Welcome to Derry. Love that first episode. So I feel like the first episode was really good. I'm scared if they could fumble it going forward. I think that's a really easy thing to do after
Yeah.
what they did with episode 1. Dying for
Yeah.
Sex. Binge that whole show. It is so good. It
I
is
need
so
to see
emotional.
that.
It is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely adore it. I think another year they would have, if Adolescence didn't come out,
Yeah.
this show would have done so good. Oh, so solid, so great. Just highly recommend. It's on Apple TV Plus for anyone who has it. No,
Sure.
it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu. And Disney Plus. Isn't it crazy that that's a show on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we just say this list.
Okay. The Halloween list?
Yeah.
Or
Next up, we're just gonna quickly run through, in the name of Halloween, 10 of our favorite horror/scary movies.
yeah. So this does not count the horror classics like Nightmare Before Christmas, Hocus Pocus, all those. Just because I wouldn't count them as horror movies. But I did want to shout them out. Happy Halloween. Watch your horror classics and enjoy. Dress up in your best costume.
Sure.
So there you go.
Do you want to kick us off and just go up your list?
Yeah. All 10 in a row?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So from 10 to 1, I feel like some of these are going to piss people off, but it's okay. Number 10, I put Scream 6. Crazy. The original Scream is not on this list, actually.
Oh.
It's only half a star lower, though. I have a lot of 5 and 4.5 stars, and this is 4.5. The original Scream is 4.
Interesting.
Hot take, I guess. Now, would I still have this opinion if I rewatched them in a row? I don't know. That's just what I have on Letterboxd, guys. Don't
Dang.
fight me. And then I put A Quiet Place, the original.
Okay.
I had A Quiet Place Day 1 here, but then I was like, this is crazy. I remember loving the first one, and it's because I guess I didn't have Letterboxd when I last saw it, so I don't have it logged on my thing. And that's another thing. I might be leaving some out if I just haven't logged it. So, but the original I think deserves to be here more than Day 1. I don't know if I ever said the other one, but that was on my list. But it's an honorable mention because I love Day 1. But the original is just so good. Came at a perfect time when I was learning sign language, so it was really fun. Then I put the original Conjuring as my number 8, and then Hereditary, Black Swan, Get Out, The Shining, Jaws, which I don't know if some people would count or not.
I am not counting it for my list because I think
Okay.
there's movies I affiliate more with like actual
That's fair
horror
enough.
that I wanted
Yeah.
on my top 10.
That's fair enough. Then I put Us, my favorite of the three, and then Silence of the Lambs. That's my number one. I
Alright.
think that's a really easy number one for me, honestly. But I like adore this list so much.
Alright.
What great horror movies, and it's hard to see some left out. I put some other honorable mentions: Ready or Not, Psycho. I already said the original Scream and A Quiet Place Day One, and then shout out to the Halloween classics again.
Yeah. My list, I will say I've thought about this, and it's maybe more inclusive. Like, maybe these aren't technically my highest scored, but these are, like, if I had to pick 10 to, like, kind of
Oh,
gather
okay.
everything that I love.
Sure.
This is kind of just that's what this list is.
Yeah.
But these are definitely up there, and I'd say these are at least, like, in my top, like, 15. So,
Sure.
at number 10, I have Alien.
That one was
Iconic
really
horror.
close.
Super
to
fun,
getting my
super
list.
unique. Love the practical.
Yes.
So fun. At number 9, I have Sixth Sense. Such a great
Seen
movie.
that.
Literally knew the twist the entire time I was watching it. Still loved it.
Yeah.
Iconic. Number 8, I have Last Night in Soho. This one wasn't for everyone.
Oh.
This was aggressively for me.
I think that one was fun.
I adore that movie.
Yeah.
Love it. At number 7, I have The Shining. A classic,
classic.
but I absolutely still adore it.
Yeah.
Love, 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 love. At number 6, I have The Conjuring. Adam
Of course.
Lorraine, you're like my 8th set of parents. Love you.
Mm-hmm.
At number 5, I have The Cabin in the Woods. Absolutely adore it. It's like something pulled right out of the deepest part of my mind. And it's just so crazy that someone was able to just do that for me. At number 4, I have Us, my favorite of Jordan Peele's movies.
Yes, me too.
I think it is just so fun and interesting and unique.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and so stylized. I think it's just such a blast.
Yep.
Number 3, I have Scream, the OG. Loves Ghostface. What a character. What a great movie to kind of kick off him and that
Yeah.
franchise. So great. Number 2, I have Sinners. What a shame they're not making any more
Oh,
movies
I
for
left
Scream.
that out of my. Oh, okay. I'll replace that with. I'll replace Jaws with Sinners.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah.
Sinners, love me some vampires, love me some sexy vampires.
Oh my God,
and
I can't
also
believe I
just
left
like
that out.
such a great movie.
Yeah.
And then my number 1, my favorite horror movie is Sinister. I've talked a little bit about
Sinister
it in our
is
Black
really
Phone
good.
2 movie review.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love it so much. I remember watching it recently with another person, and like I was hyping it up, and like they're like, "Oh, that was really good," but like obviously they weren't on the same level as me. But I'm just like, I wish
Adore
you
it.
saw this movie the way I saw it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Ugh.
Per.
Yeah. So that's my 10.
Yay.
And I will say my honorable mention is 28 Years Later.
Also very good.
I would maybe replace that with Alien. But I don't know if it's just because it's recency bias, but I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what my list looks like. So going back to our outline, 3 quick questions back and forth on the movies that we have seen this year or this month.
Want to just do like a best, worst,
Sure.
overrated, underrated?
I love it.
So, well, I guess we
We
did
already did
best,
best.
worst.
I would say what movie surprised you the most?
Either regretting you just because of that 15% Rotten Tomatoes start. Tron Ares disappointed me if I had to do one. I think Good Fortune also surprised me. I wish I saw the rest of it. And then the Black Phone 2. I've got to get, like, my ultimate answer would be the Black Phone 2.
Okay.
Just because I did doubt it before I saw the first trailer.
I would say Springsteen delivered me. I didn't
I
think I
was
was going to
tempted to
like
see
that
that,
as much
yeah.
as I did.
I feel like there were a lot of surprises this month.
Disappointed.
Mostly good.
Maybe I have to say the Twits because I did not think Tron Ares was going to... I was not going to be last of my movies this year.
Yeah.
That one was so crazy.
month, yeah.
The bar was so low.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What is one of your best performances from a movie this month?
Ooh, shout out to the actress who plays Gwen and the actress who plays the love interest in Springsteen.
Mm.
But I feel like I want to give it to Emily Blunt.
For me, it's very clearly Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Love interest in Springsteen does really great. Jeremy Strong, Jeremy Allen White, they do great.
Yeah.
And then also I'm going to say Cillian Murphy in Steve also does a great job. And so does there's a kid who is like one of the main characters, and he also does such a great performance. And I've never seen him before.
We could do like a question, since we are running out of time. What are you most looking forward to in November?
In November, looking
You could
at
do
some
like a
of
top
those
3 because I
movies.
feel like November looks really good.
There's
honestly like,
movies coming
can I
out.
say all of them?
No,
There's not a
that's-
single movie on this list except for Keeper because I don't know what that is.
We've seen the trailer. It's Osgood Perkins. It's the one with
Yes.
And we've seen,
So then every single movie on this list I'm excited for.
absolutely.
There's not a single one that I'm even like worried about.
I will say if I had to pick 3 for my favorite, Wicked for Good is my
Yes.
favorite. I'm most looking forward to. Then I would say Eternity. And then I
Okay.
would say Predator Badlands. I think especially after the
Oh,
last, like the animated
okay.
Predator
Uh-huh.
movie, they could open that franchise up in a very interesting way.
I'm going to say
Oh, and
Wicked for
Frankenstein's
Good, Frankenstein, and then I'm going to say Hamnet just because I've heard a lot of discussion about it. Not specific discussion. I don't know anything about it. Just a lot of good feedback.
A lot of buzz.
Yes. So I don't think that's going to come to us. I would love if it did, but I'm not, anticipating it. But I hope whenever I do get to see it, it's just as good as everyone's saying. So, yeah.
Looking at these November shows, my next question is, what the hell is Maxon Hall?
That's another show on Prime. Prime has some wild stuff on there. That one's pretty good, though. I feel like you might actually maybe like it. I don't know if that's like so up your alley, but yeah, it's oh gosh, how do I even describe this? It's like an international school. Like they like wear uniforms and like have dorms and stuff, like dormitory. And then it's like a love story between like a rich guy and not, I guess, maybe poor girl. She can't be that poor if she goes to that school, though, but I don't even know. It's been a while since I've seen season 1, but I do remember they had great chemistry, and I liked the acting, and they're both very attractive. So, bisexual's dream. So, excited for season 2. Anyways.
And what show are you most looking forward to next month? I'm going to say after Stranger Things.
Oh, of course.
There's not a ton.
Either The Secret Lives of Morbid Wives, just because I live for the drama on that show, because I love seeing other people, like, I'm like, oh, I don't have it that bad, because at least I don't have to deal with that drama every day. And then I am excited for Maxon Hall, so I'm going to shout that out.
Huh.
And if I thought the Taylor Swift Eras Tour documentary was coming out in December, but if it is coming out in November, then I'm excited for that. I just really, in my mind, had like December 5th in my mind. I don't know why. But perhaps I'm wrong. So
I'm
it's okay.
actually, it snuck up on me, but I'm actually very excited to see Squid Game The Challenge.
I haven't seen the first one, so maybe I need to
Well,
see
the
it.
thing is, I don't think you need to because it's just so secular.
Yeah.
Because it's just reality television in the Squid Game. And I just love the production design. Like, making
Yeah.
the games, obviously they don't die, but they I don't know. It's very interesting.
Per-
I hope they learned some lessons from season 1.
Oh, guys, I
But-
forgot on my show ranking to put Traitors. Because speaking
Oh
of,
my
like,
God.
because I feel like I watched the trailer for the Squid Game one, and they were like, I don't know who could trust. I don't trust anyone here. That's, like, so Traitors vibes. I think that would be so up your alley that
Probably.
you need to watch that. Like, you really do. Specifically season 3, because that one girl that was the Bachelorette that's really funny on TikTok is on that show. And Dylan Efron from Dancing with the Stars that we're watching right now is on it. So very fun. Some other fun names too. Bob the Drag Queen. I love Bob the Drag Queen. Anyways. Yeah.
Well, I think we are going to go ahead and wrap up our episode there. We had a lot to talk about, a lot of rankings.
Yeah.
Please let us know what you thought of our rankings and leave your own rankings in the comments below. We'd love to see your thoughts on some of the things you watched this month. And what are your favorite horror movies, classics.
Yeah.
And until next time, I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm your other host, Alicia.
And thank you so much for tuning in to Not So Straight Nerds.
And happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!